Well, good morning, beautiful people. Anton here from Warhorse Training. I'm here today with another rant on, here to talk about, with the video blog style, my 25-day push-up challenge. Now, what I decided to do to support this fantastic cause is to do a different push-up variation every single day. And I've had loads of you guys shout out saying just mash them all up in a video together because I want as many push-up variations in one video so I can give them a try. So I'm going to do two variations of this video. This one, which will be like a video blog kind of rant-on episode, where I'm going to talk about what the push-up name is, how you execute the push-up perfectly. Some of them I've not done so perfect, but how you would execute it, and the rate of difficulty it is. So whether it's a beginner, intermediate, or a very hard push-up, and what it felt like for me doing 25 on the bounce, whether I, fell over or struggled, what that was like. The second video is just going to be a mashup of different push-up variations. In this video, there is some throwbacks from back in 2015 when I did this challenge, 2016 and 2017 I believe, when I did this challenge, and there's some in the isolation workouts of the day that didn't meet my 25-day push-up challenge, but there's still a push-up variation, so I've bolted them on at the end. You will see some duplicates, guys, between the 25-day push-up and the isolation one. The reason why, it's a different angle of the dangle and it allows you to show you what it looks like, because some of them, like the dive bomber push-ups, you got to keep your belly off the ground, and it doesn't always show it in the videos, but it did on the isolation one. Without further ado, let's move on and let's talk about these push-ups. So what I'm going to do, guys, in this video is the push-ups are going to take the majority of the screen, and I should be a tiny little figurehead in the corner. The reason why is because looking at me ain't important. Look at the push-up and we'll talk you through what it's like. I've got a script. This is all of the push-up variations we've done. So starting off with a throwback to 2015, which is called the Get Up, Get Down push-up. That's exactly what it says on the tin, and I'm actually explaining it in the video, so I will just let you listen to that video.
I'm just trying to demonstrate something that used to help me when I was younger. It's called the Get Up, Get Down. It's a full body exercise. You can rep it out to work on a cardiovascular basis. However, the purpose of the movement is for when you take an impact to hit the ground, recover safely in a quick way. Your muscle memory kicks in as soon as you hit the ground and allows you to go straight on, to recover straight onto your feet, and we can continue without being a sitting duck. I'm going to demonstrate one, and then I'll talk you through what we've just done. So what we did just then is obviously took the impact, hit the ground, muscle memory kicked in, straight onto your front, allows you a safe position to recover. Failing that, straight onto your back, allows you another safe position to recover, not allowing you to be a sitting duck. Again, we can rep this out and make this into some form of workout.
Guys, the next push-up is going to be another variation, which is a throwback from 2016 when I did this exact same challenge. I believe it was a 22-day challenge back then. We seem to have crept up to 25 days now, which is absolutely fine. It was actually a narrow grip push-up that I did on a wall because there was a sunset and it looked fantastic in Mablethorpe. I felt like Rocky Balboa, apart from the fact I wasn't that great at push-ups back then. I'll let you watch this one.
Day 21 of my 22-day push-up challenge. Nominate all crap.
So with the narrow grip push-up, it is literally narrow grip like that. I'm holding onto a wall, so it's not holding with your hands flat. You are literally gripping either side of the wall. It's just a full extension, full range of movement up and down.
Come on,
it's
one more.
quite a easy push-up, so it is good for kind of beginner to intermediate level, I would say. Purely on the basis that it's just a simplistic movement in a slightly different hand position.
It's recording now.
Day 13, 22-day push-up challenge. The next push-up, guys, is actually just a bit of fun. It's a throwback to 2017 when I did the push-up challenge again. Oh, I was a chunky monkey. Big shout out to my mate Erwin, who was on that push-up challenge. So we just decided to do them on a trampoline. It's a lot harder than it looks, because as I was going up, he was going down. It was just a nightmare. It's not really a push-up variation, but I could not leave it on here. But one thing I would like to say is I've nominated some fantastic people throughout these push-up challenges in every single year. So a couple of shout-outs that was on here. I nominated Paul Pratt back in 2016 when I did that narrow grip push-up. I mean, rest in peace, Paul. You've always been really close to my heart, a real good friend. Unfortunately, he has passed away, but I love that guy forevermore.
I challenged Keon last time. Challenge Amjad.
And in 2017, I nominated like Keon and Amjad and multiple people. So if I have nominated you, support this fantastic cause. If you haven't been nominated, just do it anyway. Why not? The cause is for mental health, anxiety, depression, and unfortunate suicide. It's some really strong causes, and as you know, it was the foundation of Warhorse training, so I hold it very, very close to my heart. You know, it's something that I will continue to support in days to come. So what I will say, guys, we're going to go on to the 25-day push-up challenge now, so it's going to be 25 different variations. Once again, I'll make it a big screen, and I should be in the corner.
After this short intro.
Okay guys, so starting off, this is not in any particular order, so it's not going from day 1 to day 25. I just did a push-up mash-up on a video. So the first push-up that you are seeing is actually fingertip push-ups. So it's on your fingertips, standard grip, about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on where it feels comfortable. But the purpose of this is just on your fingertips. It is kind of an advanced movement, in my opinion, because you've got to have some strong fingers. It's fantastic for building up any type of core strength in your fingers and your hands. It's really versatile when you're doing martial arts and manoeuvring people around. It also helps your fingers to stop breaking when you clout someone hard. It's a real good one, so give it a try. The next push-up variation is actually something really ridiculous I saw on TikTok, and they was doing this whole, can you do this, to the sign of this song, and it was like 7 push-ups, basically pushing yourself up and down, as you can see in the video. I don't actually know the name of this push-up variation, so if you guys know it, please comment below and enlighten me. I've called it the TikTok push-up. I would say this is definitely advanced. I did 25 of them. If you actually watch my push-up video, I didn't do 25 straight away. I did about 18. Thought it was 25. My arms were killing me and I had to come back and do the rest. It's a lot more harder than it thinks. It really does isolate your tricep more than anything else. The next push-up variation is called a pseudo push-up. It is a standard push-up variation where your hands are roughly about hip height. So kind of like a narrow grip, hip height push-up. I would say this is kind of a medium, kind of intermediate type push-up. That's how you do it. It's quite simplistic. It's just a slightly different hand variation. The next push-up variation that you can see on screen now is called the pendulum push-up. It is exactly what it says on the tin. I know I love that phrase, I say it a lot, but you are essentially swaying side to side as you're doing the push-up. As you see on screen, I don't know why I'm showing you right now as I'm talking, but you're making sure that your chest touches the ground before it goes back up again with that pendulum effect. I would say this is an advanced movement. It's quite difficult to do. Be careful with your rotary cuffs, guys. You're obviously manipulating your shoulders in some obscure angles. But I got 25 of this. I believe I actually got more. It was quite an easy one for me to do. The next push-up you can see on screen now is called the mule kick push-up. Oh, my lights hated me for this one. So I did 2 takes of this. The mule kick is difficult. Just got to throw your body up, bring your legs backwards and kick them up high. But then combining a push-up in the middle makes it very difficult. Now, one of my friends, Nikki, I'm going to have to shout out to you. You gave this a try and she did phenomenal, to be honest. She did really, really good. But she will be a testament to how hard it is. This is a definite advanced movement because it's a compound of 2 different exercises, being the mule kick and the push-up side by side. To do 25 was easy. The first cut was not so easy. I didn't record it, I deleted it, but I essentially kicked my light and smashed 2 of the bulbs. Not good. Not good at all. And unfortunately, a guy my size does not look graceful doing mule kicks. It's kind of like seeing the Michelin Man attempting to do a cartwheel. So the next variation you can see is called a sit-up push-up. Does exactly what it says on the tin. Oh, that's the 3rd time I've said this. But you essentially do a push-up into a sit-up into a push-up as you roll over and then roll back again. This is actually surprisingly easy. You can scale this down. If you scale it down, I would say it's beginners, where you do it on your knees. So you do a push-up, then roll onto your knees to do, a push-up on your knees, then roll onto your back to do your sit-up, and then vice versa. I did it as normal push-up position, so I would say that's kind of intermediate. It's actually a lot easier than it looks. It's just really, really gassy. Really gassy. So to get the 25 on this, I did it, I achieved it, I believe I potentially got more. What it was is, I just don't aim for 25, I aim for failure. And if I hit failure, I know that I've done the best I possibly can. If it's less than 25, I tried. If it's more than 25, I'm showing off. No, I mean, I did pretty good. So, so this one is, like I said, the sit-up, push-up. The next variation that you are seeing on screen is called the forward, backward, push-up. You just go in a push-up position, you do the push-up, you drop down to your elbows, and then you go back into the normal push-up position. This is an advanced movement, it's quite difficult. Once you get onto your elbows, you'll realise what I mean. It's quite hard to get back up. It's also commonly known as the back and forth push-up. Back, back and forth, back, back and forth. There she goes. Anyway, next one guys, is the Spider-Man push-up. So in this Spider-Man push-up variation, I'm doing one side more than the other and then swap over to the other side. It's difficult, it's hard to explain. You offset your hands and then you bring your knees to your opposite hand, kind of bringing it up. Not the opposite hand, that would be redonkulous. You bring your knee up towards your hand and then back again, and you're kind of looking like a Spider-Man or a dragon walk or whatever you'd like to call it, but it's kind of funky and it's good fun. The next one is the clap push-up. Guys, you'll see on screen now, the clap push-up was me being brave, if I am to be honest with you, and after that I got cocky. So I did the clap push-up and I managed 28, I think it was, or 26. So as I launched up with the explosive power, you do the clap in mid-air and then catch yourself and do the push-up. It was fine until I got to probably about 20-ish or maybe 19-ish, and I got very, very, very close to face planting that grass. Very close. It is an advanced movement. You need a lot of explosive energy. You need to have all your chest engaged, your deltoids, and when you land, don't land floppy, otherwise your hands and your elbows and your arms will just fold and you will be kissing the grass. But I found this one really interesting. And what I did do, a little bit of inside information, is immediately after this push-up variation, the next day I tried the Superman push-up, because I thought, well, I mastered the clap, so let's try the Superman. Bring the arms forward. Got about 4 or 5 in, hit my face on the ground, tried it again, hit my face on the ground. I thought, yep, this is not part of the 25-day push-up challenge for me. The next one, guys, I gave this a ridiculously long title. I can't remember exactly what I called it, but it was something like the social distancing, park bench, incline push-up. I can't remember, some type of variation, but it's just an incline push-up, guys. I was just being daft. Big shout out to my mate John, who joined me on this. He brought his family out on a day trip during a training session. We had a good sesh. We then went out, went for a wander, and did this incline push-up variation, which was great. The next push-up variation is the knuckle push-ups. So the knuckle push-ups is one of my favourite, to be honest. So you can do a wide grip, you can do a narrow grip, you can do any type of variation you want, and it's just on your knuckles, toughen your hands up. It is fantastic, it is great. I would say that this is a beginner style push-up because it doesn't really take much effort. It's exactly the same as a normal push-up, just with your hands closed, which in my opinion feels more comfortable because it's less strain on my wrist, because if your hands are closed, your entire body, your entire arm rather, is running dead straight to each other. So I do very much enjoy those. Then you've got the standard push-up, guys. It's a basic movement. To make it even more basic is to do it on your knees. That's how you can scale all of these variations down. And standard push-up, roughly shoulder width apart, hands out straight, and go to town. With all these push-up variations, guys, full range of movement. Otherwise, it really is, you're just half doing it. You're half doing it, and the only person you're cheating is yourself. So the next push-up variation is the diamond push-up. So that is essentially putting a diamond. It's called diamond push-up. It's called diamond cutter push-up, and it isolates your triceps tremendously and your rear delts, which is it's just a really nice burning feeling. And it's just a close grip. Make a diamond with your hands on the ground, roughly about chest or solar plexus height, and smash it out. It's more of an intermediate type of push-up range. It's not advanced. It is obviously more difficult than your standard styles. After that short interval, guys, just had to go and powder my nose. We are now on the typewriter push-up. So the typewriter push-up, there's a scaled down variation called the archer. The archer push-up is where you move from one side to the other. But what you're essentially doing is moving your hands, you're doing a push-up with one hand. The typewriter push-up is your hands wide grip and you're moving your body entirely over from one side to another. I would say this is advanced, if anything, super duper duper advanced. It is really hard, guys. To do 25 of these, I managed it, but this is really hard and it's not for the light-hearted. If any of you guys can do it, please comment below, because I mean, that is something of an achievement. But the fact of the matter is, you really need strong joints for this, guys, so don't just go straight into it and give it a go. You feel it all over your shoulders, on the inside of your rotary cuff, your elbows, everything. You are manipulating and moving your entire body in a typewriter effect from one side to the other. But nevertheless, it's fun to do, and it's a great scaled push-up variation. The other push-up variation that's next on the list when it comes in will be the alternating Spider-Man. So we talked about Spider-Man again. The alternating Spider-Man, or commonly known as alternating mountain climber push-ups. This is essentially what it says. You just kind of go from one side to the other, to the other, to the other, and it's an advanced movement. It takes a lot of explosive energy to throw yourself one side to the other, but it's good fun. Once you get that rhythm and routine, it just flows, and you can find yourself doing 50, 60, 70, 80 with, you know, relative ease, because it just flows. The difficulty's in the movement, but it just feels natural for some reason. The next variation is a wide grip push-up. It's another basic push-up variation. To make it even more basic, again, drop down on your knees. It is where your hands are further than shoulder width apart, and you just do the standard push-up style with a wide hand grip. We then have the Prowler push-up. This is an advanced push-up variation. It's fantastic, engages your cores, gets your butt and your glutes activated. Butt and glutes are the same thing. Don't know why I said that, but it gets your glutes activated, your hamstrings and everything, because you are moving your body back and forward like you're some type of prowling animal ready to launch after its prey. And once you get this rhythm and routine, you can flick forwards and backwards, get a good 40, 50 in one set, and it just feels so good, so good. One thing I will say on this, guys, I did multiple takes. It's hard to get yourself back to that resetted position. When I was recording it, I thought, right, I'm there, and I was doing it, and it turns out I was probably about another 2-3 foot away from my butt reaching my heels of my feet. So retake it again. And that was because I had very tight legs after the workouts I did. So definitely stretch, advanced movement, good fun to do, and easy to get 25 once you get the rhythm and routine. The next thing is a decline push-up. So you can decline push-up on anything, walls, fences. I did a chair, and it's just elevating those legs, get down and do the business. It works more on your shoulders and your front delts than your chest. It works a little bit on your upper chest as well. They're the main isolated areas. It's fantastic. Love an incline push-up. It's the bread and butter foundation of any of my working platforms. It's quite an easy one. I would say it's a basic to intermediate movement. You may very well find, guys, if you can't do a push-up, you can do an incline push-up. The reason why is because it's using more muscle groups. You've got your main muscle groups of your top of your chest, your front deltoid, and you're obviously using your triceps and your forearms as well. You're engaging that core because you've got a slightly different angle of the dangle, but essentially it's just pinpointing multiple different muscle groups, including the traps, that just allow you to get down and dirty with this movement. Alright, moving on to another push-up variation. This one is the dive bombers. This one is phenomenal. I used to do it back in the day when I did other martial arts, but big shout out to Ben at Swindon Kung Fu Academy. He's the one that reintroduced this into my life. He had a lovely warm-up. It wasn't lovely, it was nasty. Warm-up where it incorporated some dive bombers and multiple other movements. And now, Ben, I can smash them. So when I come back, you're gonna have what for. But yeah, dive bombers is basically like a pike push-up where you go down, head first. Keep your body off of the ground, guys. Keep your body off of the ground. Really important. And you move yourself up into a forward-facing position, like almost like kind of, I don't know the yoga position terminology. Is it like a cobra or is it? It's not downward dog. That's the down one. Anyway, like some type of stretching out beastie. So yeah, you bring yourself down, you're producing this almost horseshoe effect with your body. Your body doesn't touch the ground. No belly, no bust, no chest, no nips, nothing. Nothing touches the ground. You are just bringing yourself within inches of the ground and straight back up again. Love this one. Absolutely love this one, guys. Later on, you will see another variation of this dive bomber at a slightly different angle, just so you can, well, appreciate what you do to execute this. I will say I did 25 with ease. It took a lot of practice to get to that level. It is an advanced movement, or a super advanced movement, as I put the other one in the category of. It's difficult, guys, but it's such good fun. And once you nail it, you will love it. The next one, guys, is a single leg decline push-up. So you do your decline push-up, which is a beginner to intermediate type of range of movement. As I said before, it can be easier than the standard push-up because you're executing on more muscle points. And then you elevate a leg to engage that core more and to make that one leg the dominant stabilizer of this movement. So it's using those muscles more as well. It's fantastic. It's a great variation. It looks good on paper, looks good in person, easy to execute 25 in my opinion, and it should be a foundation of your training. The other one is the walkout push-up, guys. So you go down as if you're doing a good morning, hands on the floor, walk forward, produce a push-up, walk back, straight back up. Like I said, the reverse deadlift position, bring yourself back to that standard standing state. Now this is a fantastic stretch movement. It's very slow, it's very long-winded. I appreciate when you watch my video, you probably looked at it and thought, damn, I'm watching the same thing forever. It's just not ending, and it's going on and on and on and on and on. But it's a good stretch, and it's a good mobility movement check. So I would add that into your workout, guys. The next one that's on here is called a lateral pylo push-up. Now, the lateral pylo push-up, if I've pronounced this right, is, I always get the word pylo. That's how I'll call it. That's what I'm going to stick to. Come on, stay true to what you're saying. The lateral pylo push-up. It is a push-up in one corner. Throw your body weight up, mid-push-up. Move about 2-3 foot to the left or the right. And then do the push-up, and then the left, and then the right, and then the left, and that's your pylo push-up. You need explosive energy, you need a strong core, you need to be able to chuck yourself off the ground, but also move from one end to the other. It's an advanced movement, guys. I got 25 of it quite easy, and the explosive nature of a push-up is quite simple to me. It's one of the very few things that I feel I can do. The next push-up variation you've seen on screen is our inner pec push-up. It was really awkward to execute and I couldn't feel it engage in the right area. In my opinion, I don't believe it's an important variation. Once I got it right, I felt it felt good, it hit the right area, the inner pec was feeling it, and then I lost it again. But it's basically a push-up where you raise one side of your body more than the other and you squeeze your chest as much as you possibly can. You're holding your hands slightly closer, almost between a narrow grip and a standard grip push-up. And yeah, turn your body, roll your body. What I found that I felt the pinch on the inner chest was when I moved one foot on top of the other as I was rolling up. That allowed me to almost pivot my whole body more, and I just felt that little tug on the inner chest a little bit more true. It just felt a little bit better in my opinion. It's an interesting one. It was good fun to try. One of the guys, Jeff, told me to give it a crack, and yeah, there we go. I did it. The other one is the thumbs up push-up. Now what I will say, guys, is thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to YouTube, Instagram, and you'll find us on Facebook. So without any shame, like, comment, subscribe and follow us. It means a lot to me, and the more followers I get, the more people I can reach out and touch and bring on this fitness journey, inspire and motivate you to be the best version of yourself and to push yourself into fitness, guys, and to take that next challenge. So, thumbs up push-up. It's good variation. It's basically slight wide grip push-up, thumb up position. You feel it on your pinky a little bit. My pinkies have a habit of breaking quite regularly, so a lot of weight on there. So you do feel it. You feel it in your forearms a lot. I would say this is an advanced movement purely because it's a wide grip push-up, which is more of an intermediate anyway. And then it's obviously thumbs up, which changes the hand dynamic. It changes the way that it feels. It's more pressure on your forearms. I would say it's an advanced movement. Definitely feel it. It's a good push-up variation. The other push-up that I've done on here, which is the last one, is I did it in my garage because it was absolutely hammering it down. I didn't want to slip on the wall. I also have no external walls to my house that I could pretty much do this on without fear of being at the side of my door on the back garden and going through the door, which you'll see when I do the handstand push-ups. It's I was very much worried I was going to go through the door or the window. This one is called the foot plant push-up. Again, once you get that rhythm of a push-up, feet onto the wall, push-up, feet onto the wall, it flows and feels terrific. This is an advanced or super duper advanced movement. It's very difficult to get. I wouldn't try it unless you feel comfortable with kissing the grass or the ground, because it could happen. It didn't happen to me, but I can definitely see how it would happen. This is one of my favourite ones that I did throughout this challenge, and I will continue moving forward with the single leg decline push-up, the foot plant push-up and the typewriter push-up. I just loved them. I thought they was terrific. So guys, that is my 25-day push-up challenge in a nutshell. Now I've got some more push-ups. Don't go anywhere. Please listen. Stick tight. Just sit down. Hold that toilet in for a little bit longer. Unless you're going to get some water. In that case, go and grab some water. We're talking about the isolation workouts of the day. I did 1 to 60. Within that 1 to 60, I did some interesting push-up variations that I would like to share with you. We've got the dive bomber push-ups that's been playing whilst I've been talking. It's just a different variation of, a different angle, I should say, of the dive bomber push-up that you've already seen in this video. I just wanted to post it on there because I believe it's a more true angle. So the next push-up variation is the walkout push-up. Again, we've done it again, but this is a slightly different angle. It's in the house, it just looks better. So just watch it, just enjoy, let's have a see if you can pick up on anything slightly different. The other one's the narrow grip push-up. Once again, narrow grip push-up you've seen within this video. I didn't like that angle of that video, but it was within the 25-day push-up challenge, so I left it in there, but this is the narrow grip in a better position. Now this next push-up, guys, is called the pike push-up. So the pike push-up is the first part of the dive bomber, basically. So it's going down, uses your shoulders a lot more. It's kind of like a decline push-up without your legs elevated. So it's good fun. I would say it's a beginner push-up. It's quite easy to do. You get 25s fine. What's really important with this one is legs straight, ass up in the air, and back straight. Make sure that you're not hitting yourself, you're not hurting your back, don't bang your head on the floor, and you keep that postural chain and core tight, in essence, to not cause you any damage. The next one is the Spider-Man push-up. Yep. I hear ya. Spider-Man. Love Spider-Man, love comics. It's just who I am. But this is a good angle of the Spider-Man push-up. What I did in this video is I've done 10 one side, then swapped to 10 the other side. And then I've done Spider-Man hops. Now, I've not mentioned that Spider-Man variation. It's similar to the Spider-Man push-up alternates, or the mountain climber push-up, as I mentioned. But this is definitively Spider-Man push-up, hop over, Spider-Man push-up. So you're not using the legs more, you are literally hopping from one to the other. Once you get that rhythm routine, it flows nicely, and I think the angle of this video does it justice. Standard grip push-up, just showed you another variation of that, another angle of that, just that way you can just see what it looks like. It's quite simplistic, and again, you can do it on your knees if it seems easier. We've now got wide grip push-up. It's just a wider grip, and it shows true exactly how far the wide goes. It's just past shoulder width, whatever feels comfortable for you. The wider, the better, but let's not go silly with that. We've got decline push-up and decline push-up with your leg raised. It's a different angle. I think it does it justice. Just have a listen and let's see what that looks like. We've then got a new variation, a new entry to this push-up video. It is the dumbbell push-up. So a dumbbell push-up can be done on the floor. It can be done with your feet elevated like I've done on this one, just because I like that. It just feels good. The purpose of the dumbbell push-up is you can go past the standard range of a push-up because the dumbbells raise you higher. They raise you up. I'm joking. I'm not going to do that to you guys, but they raise you higher, higher and higher, and it allows you to get your chest down to the ground, better range of movement. I've done it with some circular dumbbells. I was rocking and rolling, I had to really work on it. If you've got any of those hexagon type dumbbells or anything that's got a flat edge, it's a little bit better, a little bit easier to do. Moving on from that one, I then did the dumbbell push-up and a row. So you do a dumbbell push-up, then you do a row with your hands, like a back row, an upright row with a singular dumbbell. It's quite nice, it feels good. It was horrible to do on the round ones, but I mean, you saw my arm like jelly, but I give it a go. It was good fun. It became a part of my workout. It's much better with any type of square dumbbell. The next one is my favourite. No, it's really not. And anybody that knows me at CrossFit or anywhere I've been, I hate this movement with passion. It's called the burpee push-up or the burpee. It's just ridiculous. Just why? Why would you put yourself through this? You get on the floor, you do a push-up, you then stand up, and then you have to jump up, arms above your head preferably, and then get back down and do it all over again. It is just hell. I hate it. I'm not that energetic. It's like, no, why? Explosive power's fine, but why have I got to get up and then get back down again and get up and then get back down again with a little hop, skip and a jump in the middle? There is a scaled down variation of this called the down-ups, where you get down, do your push-up, stand up, and then get down and do your push-up and stand up. So it's less energetic. That one I can live with. I'm alright with those. And the last one, second to last one I should say, is the outdoor push-up variation. So you'll see in this video, I'll just let it play, you've got outdoor push-up variations where I've done push-ups on walls, I've done push-ups on fences, and the purpose of an outdoor push-up variation is there is no set height. It is a decline push-up with no set height, and you change that height throughout the workout. So as you see, I was doing push-ups on the fence, and then I brought my push-ups higher onto the top end of the fence, and then back down, and then to the floor, and it's just a scale variation where your muscles are just like, what are you doing to me? And it allows you to just continue to push forward, dig deep, and move into that uncomfortable zone where you know that you are improving. And what I did on the wall is I do push-ups on the wall, and then I walked with my hands and my feet across the wall to an elevated state of the wall, more push-ups and walk back. So I call this the outdoor decline push-up variation. Mix it up, have some fun, get outdoors, you'll feel better. The last push-up variation, please don't smile and laugh and giggle at me, I'm not very good at these. It's called the handstand push-up. So there was an interesting dynamic when I did this. You'll see on the video. I've got a cable reel table at the side of me with plant pots on. I've got my patio doors. I've also got the window, and I've got the most tiniest little bit of wall. And I'm part whale. The most tiniest bit of wall, and I'm part whale, and I just got to try and work with what I've got. So as I'm going up there, I'm gingerly approaching it. I do a couple of push-ups and handstand push-ups. I move to the left, move to the right. I'm jittering all over the show. But there's loads of different scales if you can get the handstand push-up. You can do it up against the wall. You can tap your shoulders and do handstand push-ups. I put a cushion under my head because the ground was just rock solid. But you can do that on purpose and elevate the push-up, which lowers the range of movement and makes it easier for you. You can do it freestanding if you are Goku from Dragon Ball Z. So that is all of my push-up variations that I've got for you today, guys. So what I will say is a massive thank you to you all for listening. Really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me on that journey. Like, comment and subscribe to YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Be a part of this Warhorse army and just push yourself into fitness, guys. Take that next challenge and tune in to the next video. Till next time, guys, take care now.